What's up, everyone? This is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. It's no based on anything I say out these videos. It's doing it for pure entertainment purposes only. Jumping in real quick. Looks like AMC's trading at about $3.50 while I'm making this video. Calling for the end of the day, and let me look at this market watch real quick. But off the top of my head, I want to say 345 range. Could be 343, 343, 30, 343, 346, something like that. I think on a high note 350, on a low note 338, but sorry, I'm trying to load everything up here. Hit the like button if you could, please. Leave me a gorilla in the chat. All right, so loading up here. Going over a couple things. I noticed a lot of talk now. Obviously, big news has been, we've talked about it already, about the Donald J. Trump, Truth Media, all that. A lot of people, I think, at this point are, I guess, is sick of watching their shares be shorted, and what they believe and I believe and a lot of people believe just being manipulated, illegally, or if they found loopholes legally, it's not right. That's just the thought behind it. So I think more and more attention's getting drawn to it. I think it is a huge thing to have someone like Donald Trump say it. Does it put us all the way to the moon immediately? No, but it opens up another layer of investigation and things to look into, and maybe reform for a fair market, stuff like that. So yes, it's not 100% directly related to AMC because they are their own company and they brought it up because of their company. They didn't bring it up because of AMC and GME, but it does correlate, Anyway, AMC's kind of, like I said, the hype is kind of slowing down a little bit. You find more hype when there's big jumps. Obviously, I think there probably should be another big jump, but hype and all that doesn't really matter if you've been a holder as long as I have, or you have been, or whoever. There's just different levels to the thought process on this. So most of us OG apes are just like, hey, whatever. Hey, wake me up when it hits like 20, 30, 50, 60. Then we'll start kind of getting excited. That's gonna be a crazy day, and I do believe it's gonna happen. I look forward to that day. Waking up and seeing that price jump. Obviously, I'm not a financial advisor and I can't guarantee anything, but I do believe that once we have that nice price jump, it's going to be insane. People are going to be FOMOing in, and then it's just going to whip out of control. We'll have our day in the sun, baby, which is long overdue. But until then, that's why I always say I'm averaging down, getting more shares. Let's check out these Bollinger Bands real quick. My internet is like going slower than ever today. I called the internet company. They're supposed to have someone come check it out. Last time they checked it out, said everything tests out. That's how it works, though. You get someone out here to look at it and everything works fine, and then like 2 minutes after they leave, it goes back down. It's like when you go to a mechanic. Your car's making a crazy noise for 2 weeks straight. Get to the mechanic, it stops making the noise. Pull off 5 miles down the road, it starts doing it again. That's just kind of how it is. That's how my internet's been. So I'm trying to get into my advanced charting, and it's just like my internet's been super slow these last few days since I upgraded. Yeah, I don't like it. But I guess going back over that Donald Trump and Truth Media, you see Nunez and Citadel kind of getting into it. There's been things going back and forth between them. The one thing I thought was crazy is Citadel came out and just basically called him a loser, said he's a loser, and if he worked for us, he'd be fired. And one thing I've noticed though, a lot of the people that come into my comments that I feel like are shills or stuff like that, they come in with insults immediately too. So it kind of just triggered a thought in my head, like, hey man, trickle down. It's a trickle down effect. You know what I mean? When you work for a management, generally the employees kind of echo that. Obviously, I have no factual evidence that that's a thing. I can't say for certain that people come in from those hedge funds and are hired to shill. Some people might just be trolls or whatever, but just a thought. Nothing I'm saying is backed up by factual evidence. The only thing I can say is backed up by evidence is my damn computer is just horrendous. Every time I start to go live, can't be reached. This is what we get. Music popping in and out. I don't know why. As soon as I turn off the live, everything's fine again. It takes a couple minutes, but I don't know what's going on with this thing. I don't even have at this point, my phone is hooked up. Oh, it is hooked up. Hold on. All right. So at this point, my phone is on its own service. It's on its phone service. It ain't hooked up to my wireless. Market Watch will not load. Try it again. That's all we can do. But I kind of anticipated one of these days this week to be red. I don't know when it'll be, but you can kind of see the way the chart's working. Maybe not super red, but it's today, tomorrow, one of these days. I feel like it could go and end on red. Now, I would love to see it just green, 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 green every day of my life, but it's not how it works, But I do think there's a pump coming. I don't know when, but probably within the next week, I think it pumps back up again. Now that I'm saying that, probably watch it just dive. Yeah, man, my computer ain't working. Everything's working except my Market Watch here for some reason. So I can't really go look at the charts right now. I brought my laptop. Maybe that'll work better. I did bring my laptop today, so we're going to go into the other room and see what we can get going. I did buy in today. I talked about Tesla. I made a video about Tesla. A lot of people are down on Tesla, which kind of signals me to buy. So Tesla's one of those ones that people have fear about, and I bought in. So got some shares in Tesla today. I know there's earnings today on Tesla, and kind of funny thing about earnings is if it's a positive earnings, I made a whole video about it, but it seems to be like things that go positive in the earnings, the stock goes down, which obviously you can't say that's a guarantee it's going to happen every time, but it seems to be that way. Like Netflix had positive earnings, they went down. AMC has positive earnings or positive news, it goes down. Dude, my daughter was in here drawing paperwork and shit, and it tore up in here. Trying to get past all her papers and shit. Tesla been dropping all year, brother. I hope you're shorting. I am not. But I do think it's going to have a reversal soon, in my opinion. Tesla hasn't been the greatest, I understand. But the thing I've always said, when people are scared, I buy. You know what I mean? Scared to buy. Obviously not every stock, but I believe that Elon Musk has just an ability to make it work, I guess. I hope so, because where it is now, reverse will go crazy. That'd be nice, man. It would be nice. I just bought in, so we'll see. I do believe it probably could have some more red, but I've been wanting to get in on Tesla, and the price was low enough. I know a lot of people are short on it, or and I can't say that I totally disagree with that, but I just have that kind of gut feeling. Tilray, Yeah, I'm actually, I have some Tilray. AMC, yeah, we talk about AMC almost all the damn time. I always talk about AMC, but I just brought up a couple other things real quick. AMC, it's AMCing. I did make a little. Uh, the whole reason I'm back here I'm making a mess over here because I'm trying to get my laptop plugged in. Battery's dead. Life's a mess right now. This shit set up. Yeah, appreciate it, man. Appreciate the subscriptions, the subscribe, man. Thank you. Tilray, you know which one kind of makes me sick to my stomach though. You know how you have those plays where you're in, and I told myself not to sell, but I needed some. Well, I didn't need it either. That's the sad part is I wanted to gain some capital on some other things, and I sold my Canopy Growth without doing any research on the chart. Didn't look at it at all. I just said, "Oh man, I got quite a bit of this. It's been sitting around forever," and I sold right before it had its big pop a while back. You know what I mean? So that's been making me mad. I can't get over that one. Anytime I talk about any of those type of plays, drives me crazy. I think a lot of these plays from 2021, like what was it, Sundial, might have a decent pop coming up. Who knows? I'm trying to load up my market watch here on this computer. All right, this internet's working better. I don't know. Maybe it's just the computer over there. As soon as I say that, it slows down. Anyways, yeah, AMC. I haven't. I don't know a lot about that one. TSLY. I don't know enough to speak on it. Really, I'd have to look into it. I got into one a while back. VNDA. I didn't alert it or anything, but it was kind of one of those ones where it was just kind of a gut instinct. Jumped into that. Had a nice little pump. It's basically paid for my AMC shares these last few days. That's the thing about the market, though. There's always going to be something. You know what I mean? There's always something. So if you start chasing things, you get in trouble. So I would say, you know, find something that you can chart early on, and not chase. You're not chasing the buying at the top and then you're selling at the bottom. So it's always nice to find something that's low that you believe is going to move up. I'm trying to log in on my market watch over here and it's just giving me shit. Yeah, Reddit was one of those ones. I actually bought in a little low on Reddit and then I did what I shouldn't have done. I FOMO'd a little bit more when it got high, so now I'm about level. But I could have got in and out with a decent amount, you know? But instead, I did what I tell people not to do. Bought it. You know, I bought very lightly, and then when it started running, I was like, oh, it's gonna run. And I just bought some, and here we are. All right, all right, all right, all right. Jeez, I'm trying to log in here. I got logged out on my market watch. Just to look at the chart, man. Let me in. I guess you don't even really log in to look at the chart, but I'm trying to get into my. How's the password changed? I didn't change a password. You ever had to like change a password and then you type in the new password, it says it can't be the same as the last password, old password? What? We got an issue here. Let me just go. I'm not even gonna log in. I'm just. All right, here we go. For some reason, it's not letting me search AMC on my market watch, so I was gonna try to log in. But anyways, I guess we'll just fuck it. Fuck the technical difficulties. We're just going all in. We'll just go to straight up Google, I guess, man. That's how we're gonna have to look at the chart real quick. I just want to see the price of AMC and a couple others. AMC's at 348. Kind of going a little downward right now. Yeah, like I said, I think 343 is probably, if it's 340 to 345 again today. I mean, it's possible we end around 348, but I'm thinking that 343 range end of the day. So I use Webull. Webull's got good charting too. What am I thinking? Yeah, good on Webull. I have so many brokers. It's insane. I'm one of those dudes that has too many brokers. You know how in the beginning stages when you went to like everyone started out with Robinhood, and then all of a sudden Robinhood took the buy button, and everyone was like, "Oh shit, let's move to Webull." And then Webull, we found out no one, they weren't going to let exchange, and it's like the whole crowd panicked and went to Fidelity. And then after that, it was just kind of like all everyone for your own, Moo Public, fucking Stash, shit everywhere. Yeah, Webull. I think it's hard because you start looking at all these different brokers, and they're all similar in certain aspects. Like you're like, oh, well, they go to Lit Exchange, but do they? Do they really? Is the problem? It's they all just okay. I can't log in without giving my phone number. Anyways, so we're sitting at what 348 still. Anyways. But yeah, I was talking earlier about the Donald Trump thing. I think that's going to assist. It's not directly, doesn't directly affect AMC, GME, plays like that, but I do think that it does play a part because like I said, it peels a layer back and it brings more attention. And then there's people that might have thought, that are new to the market or whatever that follow Donald Trump, and they're hearing this stuff too. So, DWAC, which is what DJT now. Yeah, that was a good play. The thing is, I was in DWAC for a long time. I made profit in and out twice. Right now, I literally have, I think, 2 shares of DJT left after what I pulled out. Nvidia is a tough one. I think it's I actually sold my Nvidia at a nice profit. I'd got in at like a little under what was I can't remember what my average was, but I know it was under 120. And I sold it when it was around 808, something like that. But I sold it all. I sold it all just because it was a decent profit. It could bounce back up, the way I looked at it is it's high right now. I knew there was a good profit in it for me. So yeah, I probably could have left a little bit, but at the same time, I figure I'll watch it. And if it goes up and I just don't feel like jumping in because it's too high, then I'll do that. But if I can get it to drop back down to like 6 at some point, then maybe. But Nvidia, yeah, I sold all my shares of that just recently. I wish I would have sold it when it was up to that 9, but I mean, still good profits because I got in way early on Nvidia. I missed out on Super Micro for sure. The one I always talked about before was SoundCloud and C3AI. I got a nice couple of bumps out of those. They tend to do the same thing. They kind of just bounce down and have a big jump. So I'm back in on SoundHound again. You know what I mean? Because that one just tends to. Actually, I never sold out all of my SoundHound. I sold quite a bit of it. C3IA as well. C3AI. The one that should do better that just keeps kind of driving me crazy is BBAI. If you're into AI stocks. But yeah, I'm not a financial advisor, so anything I say, obviously, with prices and stuff, it's just my opinion. Don't take anything, don't take any advice from me because definitely could be wrong. There's been plenty of plays where I'm like, I'm jumping out because it's this, and then it freaking skyrockets. Or, I'm like, oh, this place is a guarantee, and then I buy in and it plummets. You know how it is. So definitely don't take no financial advice from me. I'm not trying to tell you to buy, sell, or hold anything, but just my thoughts. But I can see Nvidia jumping back up to that 900 area. But I don't think it'll go much lower than 6 if it dumps in the next couple months. That's my opinion. But if it gets down around that 6 area, I might buy back in, maybe a share. I don't know. For some reason, I am just. It's my internet here, man. My internet here is horrendous. So over there, I thought it was just, the computer, and this one was working better, but it's not. It's my internet. It's horrible. I'm surprised I haven't. Is the stream clear or is it choppy? Because, well, that doesn't matter because I'm using my phone's internet on there. I'm almost thinking about jumping off and using my mobile hotspot for some of this stuff because I just cannot get into a search on Market Watch. My Weebles is doing this number. So I'm literally just Googling stock prices right now. All right. Someone was asking me a lot about GME earlier. GME is a tough one because it does have a huge following still. There's still a lot of investors, but it's hard to talk about some of these without triggering people. But it doesn't have a huge, like, the business model itself is kind of stagnant, if I had to say. I think it's as far as like games, yes, people love games, but even like you look at like kids, like youngsters, my teenagers, they don't even know about GameStop. When they buy games, they just order them directly on the Xbox. You know what I mean? A lot of people that support GameStop are either older dudes or people that are really just like the stock, which there's nothing wrong with that. And it still could have some upside pop, but I don't have many. I sold a lot of my shares at some point. Um, I bought back in recently at around 10.50. So, but I don't have a lot of shares of GameStop, probably under 100 at this point. And that's the thing. Is someone earlier was talking about DRS, how it's a good thing and a bad thing, but like it's hard for me to talk on it because I'm not educated enough on DRS to speak on it really. I would like to educate myself on it, but I really, people that I know in the market have told me that it's not a good idea, and obviously you can't go off what other people say because I always say that. Hold on one second, and take this call. Hello. Let me jump back, man. I got to take this call, and I'm gonna try to get my internet figured out, and I'll jump back in a minute.